today we are going to be doing a homemade chicken and dressing recipe. This is a big family recipe. My mom has done it for many, many years and it is famous around here. So I think it's time that I learn how to do it as well. And so today we are going to be in her kitchen working on her famous chicken and dressing. You don't want to miss it.
Sing me back, 'cause I'd give it all and more to have that for one day.
Okay, so to get ready and do the cornbread, we're going to be using some Crisco, 2 eggs, some buttermilk, and some white lily cornmeal mix. This is the white self-rising cornmeal. And we are going to combine these together to make our cornbread.
A big backyard and a big black dog and a hole to put your feet in. Sing me back, mama, sing me back. I'd give it all and more to have that for one day.
So we're getting ready now to mix up our cornbread ingredients, but I just wanted to go over with you what we did first, and that was put on our chicken to boil. And we used 3 small packs of chicken thighs, but you can also use 1 family size pack. The thighs just work the best because they're juicier and they create the most and the richest broth, and you need a lot of broth for your cornbread. So you just want to wash those, cover them with water, and cook those until they are falling off the bone. And we have greased our pan, and so now we are mixing up around 10 cups of white self-rising cornmeal. And then we're using 1.5 cups of shortening and 3 eggs and 10 cups of buttermilk. So basically you want to have the same quantity of cornmeal as you do buttermilk. And we're just going to mix that really well. You see I'm using my hand here. That is the way Mama does it, so that's the way I did it. And it really works the best because you're able to get the lumps out and make sure everything is nice and smooth and mixed really, really well. So then you're just going to pour it into the pan and smooth it out. And then on this video I had to go back and make a little bit more, but the measurements I just gave you is what we used for this size pan. This is how you want it to look before it goes into the oven. And we have preset our oven to 400 degrees, and now it's ready, so we're gonna pop it on in. Okay, so now after about an hour of baking, we're going to go ahead and remove our cornbread, and this is the way you want it to look. You want it to have a golden appearance on top, nothing burnt. And then we are also going to start pulling out our chicken, and it is just cooked perfectly and falling apart. That is exactly how we want it. Okay, so now we have got our chicken cooling, and we've got our cornbread cooling. And then once we get that cooled down really good, we're gonna get everything mixed together that we can go ahead and mix together today. Mama has always liked to split this up over 2 days, and that makes the workload a little bit less. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and cut up a couple of onions. You're gonna need 2 onions diced up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those ready, and then we will mix up what we can for today. Also, I'm going to go ahead and put on a couple of eggs to boil. We're going to do 3 eggs, and that's going to be used tomorrow when we make our gravy. So, hope you're enjoying the video. Everything is coming together nicely, and let's get back to work.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on my fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not. I just wanna go my own way, gonna let the past burn down. Cause honestly, don't wanna be stuck in boring conversations with you. I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 I'll be going away for a while. Oh, and I don't know what I'll find. Maybe I can be a rock star, playing songs on my guitar. I know I have to be somewhere else to be able to find myself. Shouldn't be so complicated. If I listen to my heart, I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now.
So now I am just crumbling up the cornbread. You want to get it crumbled up really well. It's okay if you still have some larger pieces in there. Once everything is mixed up to make the dressing, you'll be able to still mash up some of those. But once we've gotten everything crumbled up really well, we are going to add in our dry spices. And for this size pan, I used an entire small canister of sage, and also used almost all of a canister of poultry seasoning. And so I'll be honest with you, my mom always did this eyeballing it and never did actually measure anything when it came to the seasonings. But I can tell you that the sage, you will need a whole small one and almost a whole small poultry one as well. And we are going to go ahead and add in the onions, and then once we have all this mixed together, we will store it in the refrigerator until the next day. And then finally, I'm going to debone the rest of the chicken and then store it as well in an airtight container in the refrigerator. Hey y'all, it's Mindy, and welcome back to day 2 of making our famous chicken and dressing. Today is actually Thanksgiving, and I hope that you and your family and friends have a wonderful Thanksgiving. So we are going to get this finished up, get it mixed together, put in the oven, and then we're going to be working on our gravy. So I don't know about you, I got my comfy clothes on today, got my leggings, you can't see those, got my shirt from Angela's, and says Love Fall. I thought it was so cute, but I am comfy and ready to get this done and then get to eating a delicious Thanksgiving dinner. So let's get started. Okay, so we are going to set our oven to bake, and it's on 350, but we're going to change that to 425. and let that start preheating. We've got our broth. We stored it in the refrigerator last night, and so now we're just getting it heated up. We're going to be putting a lot of this in the dressing, and then also using it to make some gravy. We've taken the dressing out of the fridge and the chicken, and so now we're just going to start putting it all together.
Oh, I'm slipping away, so don't let me go. Nah, 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 nah. I'm all up in that love haze, so where do we go now?
Okay, so I just finished adding in the last of the chicken broth. I used 8 cups of chicken broth for this pan. Now I'm adding in the 2 cups of cream of chicken soup, and we're going to mix that really well. Once you have it mixed up, you want to take just a small amount, spoonful amount out, and do a taste test. This lets you know if you need to add any more seasoning in. And when I did a taste test on this, I did need to add a little bit more sage, so I basically just sprinkled it over the top and then mixed it up again, and it turned out to be perfect. The seasoning was perfect. So just main thing, you want to be sure and do a quick little taste test once you're done mixing all of your wet ingredients.
In your arms, I wanna stay. I'm slipping away. Oh, so don't let me go now. Your love is exceptional. It fills me up. It's out of control, but baby, I love the rush. It overflows. It's out of control. Your love is exceptional. It fills me up. It's out of control, baby, I love the rush. It overflows. It's out of control, I'm in love. I'm in love, deep in love with you, baby, yeah. 'Cause your love is exceptional. It's out of control,
Now we're going to make the gravy. The first thing you want to do is pull out some of the broth. You're going to add all-purpose flour to this to make your thickener, and you want to have your gravy at a rapid boil when you start to thicken it. Before we do that, we're going to add in the boiled eggs and the chicken that we had left, and then we're going to start adding in our thickener 1 spoonful at a time, stirring it very well in between. When I do it again, I probably will make my gravy a little thicker than what this batch turned out, but I was still very pleased with how it turned out. Everything was very good. The dressing was perfect. It was very moist. There was no dryness to it. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope that it will help you the next time you set out to make dressing for your family, and I hope that you will like this video and give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel to see more content like this in the future. Well, I hope everyone had a great and happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you next time. Bye, y'all.
Coming in quick, a little low in time. Gonna catch you just right, pull you up to outer space.